Welcome to SMR Bitesize. We're back with another Monday news story, but before that, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. This week's brand new SMR show is out today, guys. It's free on all the regular podcast platforms, on Alexa, and of course our Mixcloud channel. But I thought I'd start this week's series of bite-sized videos with a bit of a good news story for you. Consider this, if you will, a supersized version of hiding copies of The Sun, The Mail, The Express and The Telegraph under more reputable papers in your local supermarket. This is a story of two heroic ports and presumably harbour masters who stood up for what was right, shamed the government into near silence as a result, and in doing so continued to pour cold water all over their illegal immigration bill. I am, of course, speaking of the progressive ports of Edinburgh and Liverpool. Now, last week, Sky News broke the story live on air that two cruise ships set to house asylum seekers in Liverpool and Edinburgh were sent back to their owners after finding nowhere to dock. That's an interesting way of putting it, because we can confirm that at least one of them was turned away. Now, of course, we all know that the 500-berth Bibby Stockholm Tory prison ship took up residency this week in Dorset. And we here at SMR say if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, then yeah, it's probably a duck. Complete with towels and soap arranged on beds, basic communal eating facilities and even an exercise yard. I kid you not. Even though asylum seekers are free to come and go, this is a Tory prison ship. End of. But I digress. Plans for one of the cruise ships to house asylum seekers near Liverpool was scrapped after being declined by the port operator. And it's understood one of the boats was also planning to dock near Edinburgh. Now, reports are sketchy, but it would seem that after the first ship was refused entry, the second one gave up and didn't even make it to Edinburgh. The story has been additionally reported across multiple digital news outlets, including Edinburgh Live, National World, the South Wales Argus, and the Edinburgh News, whose politics section states that Forth Ports dismissed reports claiming the cruise ship was turned away from Leith, but Forth Ports make it clear it has no plans to accommodate a ship of asylum seekers. A spokesperson for the port at Leith said Forth Ports has had no contact from the UK or Scottish government on this matter and has no plans to house an asylum seeker vessel at the port of Leith. Now, it's not clear how much the government has paid for these asylum seeker cruise ships, but we can confirm that both boats have been returned to their owner. Asked if Mr. Sunak was disappointed with the news, he just waffled something about continued discussions and naturally bragged that the Bibby Stockholm has already arrived and will be taking people aboard later this month. Well, Labour's Shadow Immigration Minister Stephen Kinnock says that it showed, quote, the incompetence of this Conservative government knows no limits. As famous film quotes go, and rather aptly, as far as our acts of defiance go, well, we're going to need a bigger boat. With this year's National Rejoin March set for September the 23rd in London, why not kit yourself out ahead of the big day? You'll find everything you need and more courtesy of our friends at Stay European. All orders over £15 are delivered free, and here's the best bit. As an SMR bite-sized viewer, you'll get 10% off everything you order. Just enter the code at the checkout. And yep, there's a shop link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, visit 16millionrising.co.uk, where you can listen to this week's full radio show for free, support us with a donation, buy us a coffee, or subscribe as an early riser. Back tomorrow.